The city of Atlanta is the scene for the Hornets. For Atlanta, kind of a seesaw affair over the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than a 500 team. They look to tip that balance with the win here. Hornets, Hawks. We'll be right back for the tip. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. So a moment now to see the story for Gordon Hayward.
And suddenly his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go in the past 5 games. The percentage from long range, not close to what it was earlier, but he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge. DA, thanks a lot. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the off season on that challenge.
Season never really ends. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Devontae Graham, Cody Zeller out there with Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Hayward in at the small forward position. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Okongwu in at center. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his go-to move off the bounce.
Hayward hits them both.
Well, he was just a skinny kid coming out of college. Hayward's gotten much stronger and much better in a short period of time.
Here's Herter. Young for 3. Here's Collins. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Pushing it up. And there's Zeller. That's good on the assist from Bridges.
Oh, that's because the big fella Zeller sprinted down the floor with his incredible speed. He's smart at knowing what routes to run in the open floor.
Here's Herter. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers. Okongwu, the pass to Herter. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, incredible verticality from Bridges. I mean, he takes off over the defense and just buries the dunk.
Young pass to Hunter. Outside Collins. And there's the pass to Young. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young, solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Now here's Graham. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Here's Rozier. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Incredible effort from Rozier. I mean, he's such a great rebounder for his size.
just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Graham against Young. Got a hand on it. They get it back. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
Such a competitor. I love how hard Bridges goes. I mean, it's what gets the D to act like this.
And one of the things that stands out when you see Bridges, that explosive leaping ability.
But yeah, he gets off the ground quickly and makes adjustments in mid-air. There's a smoothness to his athleticism. He's still putting it all together, but there's a lot to work with.
And he makes the first.
And it's exciting watching Bridges continue to grow. This guy has a hunger to keep getting better.
Atlanta making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Both free throws good from Bridges. Atlanta with the ball, trailing here by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Young for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Young's got 5 points so far.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hands.
And Zeller kicks to Rozier. Good on the shot.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Young pass to Gallinari. Collins against Rozier. Young dishes to Okongwu. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And that one falls for Okongwu. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Hornets leading by 6. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Buries the open 3 to cap the break. He's got 7.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
On its way from Young for 2. Offensive rebound. Gallinari. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Shoots it up. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
I love how confident Gallinari is. Knows he's out there to take these exact kinds of shots.
Pass to Graham. Rebound, Atlanta. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
They just weren't ready for that game. It looked like they just weren't prepared. The final score tells you the story.
And it's Rozier missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Herter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Timeout. But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? Pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
So Charlotte calls timeout, their first. And this matchup with the Hawks is their first meeting of the season.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage one win in the season series.
Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
you know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1. Pass to Graham. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Atlanta.
Young passes to Gallinari. Down low. Young, no good. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Bridges. No good, shot missing. Collins with some nice D. Kicks to Young. 5 to shoot. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Hayward with some nice D. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. The kick out to Rozier. Lets the 3 fly. And that one is off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Herter passes to Okongwu.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Young. Averaging about 27 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
And that one falls for Okongwu. Washington's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Charlotte trailing. Now Rozier really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. Passes it to Washington. He kicks to Bridges. Clock at 4. Here's Zeller. And the rejection by Collins. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And the Hornets making a change here. Ball's checked in. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Gallinari. The Hawks again can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ball no good. Last game for the Charlotte Hornets. It was a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And Okongwu slams it in.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Herter passes to Gallinari. Outside Collins. The pass to Young. From the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Now here's Ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Stolen by Ball. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Graham gets a wide open look. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Young looking it over. And the shot goes in. Young's got 10 points in the game.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
Graham with the bounce pass. Washington passes to Graham. Collins with some nice D.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Okongwu slams it in.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Ball with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Collins. 18th in free throw percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And his shooting form at the line has been outstanding. Economical release. Fully extends on the follow-through. He can close games for you. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Shoot two.
That's good from Martin. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Tim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
The three-point shot is wet. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collected whenever he pulls up from that.
Here's Ball. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Monk. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Ball. Over Gallinari. And that one hits back iron.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
A three-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Washington missing.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And it's Gallinari missing.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief as they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
The Hawks leading by 4. Fernando, the pass to Williams. Fade away. Monk grabs the board.
But their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Washington, that's good.
Well, a versatile weapon on offense. Washington is great at recognizing when he should look to penetrate.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Hawks. Pass to Bogdanovich. Over Monk. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Charlotte has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Capella. Tries again. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Martin. And here we go. Monk, no one around him. No good. That would have tied it. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Ball with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he overshot that one, missing.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now the feed to Monk. The score now all even.
Becoming a more aggressive scorer. Monk fighting through contact like a vet.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
Last game for the Charlotte Hornets, it was a loss to Cleveland. So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Washington out there with Martin. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Ball. And it's Monk in at the two-guard spot. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Two shot.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
And Williams drops them both. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Now, here's Ball. Following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter. And here is Monk. His last outing, he had 8 points. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Hunter. That's short off the rim.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn it.
And it's Hunter with the jam.
Oh, nice to see Capella find the open teammate as he continues to develop his ability to create for others.
Now, here's Monk. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And Biyombo has it in the corner. Martin from outside. It's deflected.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Now, here's Ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Washington missing.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
The offensive rebound. Hunter, no one around him. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
Charlotte calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Hayward comes in for Washington, and Terry Rozier subbed in for Ball. And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That is his first foul of the game. John Collins, he's checked in for Atlanta. Rozier against Williams. And it's Rozier missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Here's Rozier after the made shot from John Collins. Rozier kicks to Martin. Tipped away and stolen by Hunter. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Here's Monk. Passes it to Rozier. Looking to end the run. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Snatched up. Hornets trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Williams for three, but they recover it. Bogdanovich. Biyombo with the block. Hayward passes to Monk. The pass to Martin. Biyombo with it. Capella's there. 6 on the shot clock. Biyombo kicks to Rozier. Over Bogdanovich. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Young's checked in for Lou Williams. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Graham's checked in. And here's Atlanta. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Pass to Hunter. Outside Collins. Dishes to Bogdanovich. Good work there as it goes. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 14 now for the Hawks.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the Hornets call time here. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Ouch. Yep, that one goes. Young's got 12.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now Rozier. He has 7. Buries it from about 10 feet away. He's got 9.
This is Rozier at his most dangerous, using his agility to completely outwit the defender.
Young from outside. It's good from long range. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Rozier kicks to Graham. Over Young. And it's Graham missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Young with the ball. 29 points for him last game against the Clippers.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Graham dishes to Zeller. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. It's been a strong season for him, putting up about 10 points a night, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. 4th, Onyeka Okongwu.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I gotta say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
And stolen by Graham. Here's Rozier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And Rozier is outstanding at drawing fouls on these kinds of shots.
The Hornets have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And he makes the first.
And talk about playing small. Last year, Charlotte had Rozier and Devontae Graham on the floor together for much of the time. Both players right around 6'1". But you know what? They held their own.
Gallinari, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Both good from the line that time. And of course, Rozier played a fair amount of off guard before he came to Charlotte.
And Kevin, back in Boston, he learned how to move without the ball, where to spot up. And those may have been hard lessons early on, but the development paid off. Rozier's become a much more versatile talent.
Now, here's Collins. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers.
And how about his defense? I mean, 4 blocks on the night. They couldn't keep him down.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Here's Graham. He's got 10. Back to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Atlanta leading by 16. Here's Herter. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Poked away. Bridges with the steal. Kicks to Graham. Back to Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Here's Zeller. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, this is one of the areas of the court where Zeller gets most of his offense, either converting inside, going to the line, or both.
For Charlotte, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And the Hornets making a change here. Washington's checked in. And so Zeller nails both of them.
The younger brother of Tyler Zeller and former Suns big man Luke Zeller, Cody has a good chance to be the best of all 3.
Pick coming.
Young passes to Gallinari. Misses from close range. Hornets trail by 14. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. Here's Washington. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his 8th rebound here tonight. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And Herter gets it to go.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Young against Graham. Rebound by the Hawks. Gallinari outside. Back to Young. He dishes it to Gallinari. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Gallinari's got 4 this quarter.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
1:46 left in the first half of basketball. Zeller, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
Well, you can't blame the defender. He was trying to be aggressive, but Zeller with just too much size and athleticism.
The Hawks making a switch here. Fernando's checked in. Ball's checked in for the Hornets. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 17. To the middle and stolen by Zeller. A fast break now for Charlotte. Bridges leading the charge. Here's ball. Pass to Washington. And it's blocked. Gallinari in the corner. He kicks it to Young. Back to Gallinari. And here is Graham. He's got 10. And it's ball in the corner. No one near him. Fernando pulls it in. Fernando's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Gallinari passes to Fernando. Over Graham. Okongwu out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. .41 seconds left here in the second. Passes it to Washington. Graham against Young. Here's Zeller. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Clint Capella. Lou Williams is checked in for Kevin Huerter. That one misses for Zeller. The Hawks leading by 15. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Okongwu slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Graham surveying the floor. Right wing. Gallinari with the steal. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Atlanta out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Hawks?
Well, their three-point shooting has told the tale here tonight, fellas. They've been lights out from behind the arc. Whether it's coming off a high screen or pulling off the dribble, it seems like whatever they're doing, it's going correct. There's not a lot you can do when a team's got this hot from downtown.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, it wasn't a very good half of them on the glass. And as a team, you never want to get pushed around like I pushed you around. That's reason number one. That's why the score is the way it is. Jeez. Push back, man.
And after a very lopsided first half, We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And it's Rozier missing. The Hawks leading by 17. Herter passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
Here's Rozier. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Atlanta's shooting in this game, 45%. Now the pass to Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Herter's got 9 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Inside, Young with the steal. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Collins finds Young. Pass to Hunter. Second shot opportunity. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Hornets on offense. Here's Bridges. It's blocked.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Here's Hunter. He can't get it to go. Hayward with some nice D. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Rozier for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 14.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third. And see, well, really, because of that raw athleticism, Rozier was a mid-first round pick back in 2015. And you can see, though, that skill set is evolving.
Well, that's why Charlotte gave him the 3-year, $58 million contract. I mean, the feeling is he's still reaching his full potential. We saw signs of growth last year.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Fast break now for Charlotte. Rozier's got the ball.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 22 is their biggest lead. To the paint. Bridges with the steal. 3-on-3. Now, here's Rozier. D right on him. Young against Graham. Lays it up and banks it in. Graham's got 17.
Well, this is the kind of teammate Zeller is, willing to give it up when he has guys open.
The Hawks leading by 12. Young dishes to Collins. To the inside and stolen by Zeller. Here's Rozier. And the rejection by Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Biyombo, he's checked in for the Hornets. Monk comes in for Miles Bridges. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Biyombo shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers. And thinking back, Biyombo selected 7th overall because of the pre-draft measurements and workouts, which were unreal.
Well, he has a 7'6" wingspan. flashed tremendous speed for his size, but he also has showed a mature, positive attitude. He can speak 5 languages. Scouts came away impressed with his total package.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. You know, discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, is it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
And finished off by Collins.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Charlotte.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 14. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Good on both.
Wow, they made every free throw here in the second half.
Pass to Collins. Here's Herter. Collins trying to break free. Herter, no good. Hornets trail by 10. The shot from 20 feet away. The rebound by Young.
Can't get anything to fall, but it hasn't gotten him down. I mean, he's still gunning. I guess he's still trying to contribute.
Collins, good. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 14-4 run. Rozier, the pass to Graham. Biyombo kicks to Graham. It's hauled in by Trae Young. Young's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Okongwu slams it in.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
There's no question. Monk's ceiling is high. He needs to keep working on becoming a more efficient scorer and a well-rounded player.
And one of the more explosive dunkers in the league. Monk seems to make a highlight reel play on a nightly basis.
Yeah, a flashy player as an amateur and now as a pro. Monk has a 40-plus inch vert. That's right. Very few guys his size finishes the alley-oop the way he does.
And he hits the first of 3.
And part of yet another great Kentucky recruiting class, Monk declared along with De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, 2 other 5-stars. I mean, talk about an NBA factory. That school is always competitive.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Washington's checked in for the Hornets. And he sinks the second. And Monk made second-team All-American in his only year with the Wildcats, looking unstoppable on many occasions.
I mean, he just overwhelmed college opponents with his athleticism. But you get to the NBA, you find out how many great athletes are in this league. That's when you have to retool aspects of your game, which is what Monk is in the process of doing.
And he makes all 3. The Hawks leading by 11. Young outside. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Monk, the pass to Graham. And here's Hayward. He's guarded by Collins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Collins.
And the size of Hayward is an advantage inside. I mean, he does a good job at drawing contact.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one drops. Hayward hits them both. Now Young. He's got 15. Outside Collins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when Collins goes up, the interior defense runs out of options. He forces them to get sloppy.
The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one falls for Collins. Atlanta making a switch here. Williams is checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Ball's checked in for Devontae Graham. He hits both from the stripe. And the Hornets call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Chance now to check out the NBA's most efficient scorers. The 4th spot held by Clint Capella.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Ball finds Hayward, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Atlanta making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Lob pass to Capella. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Here's Hayward. No good on that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. 22 is their biggest lead.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Hayward's got 6.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Capella inside, working on Biyombo. Young makes it off the glass. 17 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hornets trail by 13. Monk with the ball. He has 5. Hayward outside, takes the 3. And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Young, 17 points in the game. Here's Huerter, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
The Hawks have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Here's Ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Hayward. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Ball. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Oh, man. Well, now he's going to be walking a tight line. I mean, one more foul, and his night is a wrap.
Charlotte making some changes. Bridges comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Monk. And the pass to Capella. Here's Herter. He's covered by Ball. Off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Here's Young. Second chance shot. And it's Capella missing. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. Trailing by 17. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, DA. Here's Young. Graham with the rebound. Graham's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding and looking for the best shot possible.
Here's Hunter. Finished off the break. Hunter's got 10.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Hornets trail by 19. And here is Ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Ball's knocked loose. And good that time.
Well, because of his size and strength, Bridges is able to take advantage of defenders inside.
Young passes to Gallinari. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists here tonight.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the 3 as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operating outside the three-point line.
And that one, good. Graham's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Young finds Capella. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Consistent at looking to score. Gallinari knows how to put pressure on defenders and earn that call.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Gallinari hits them both.
And when Gallinari is healthy, he's such an effective player. I mean, a skilled shooter who really helps to space the floor for his team.
Left side, Ball. Rebounded by the Hawks.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
Capella, the pass to Young. The dish to Hunter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And Gallinari kicks to Young. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Charlotte. Graham's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
And stolen by Zeller. Hornets trail by 20. Here's Graham. And Capella sends it back.
And you can't throw up weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Graham against Young. Goes up at the stripe. And it's Washington missing. The Hawks leading by 22. Here's Hunter. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist in the game.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Here's Graham. Pass to Bridges. No good there.
And really, Hunter can guard every position. This is something that makes him incredibly valuable.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Hawks ahead, opening up a huge gap. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Devontae Graham is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Bridges in at the 3 slide. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Here's Graham. And that one drops for him. Graham's got 23.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Young with no one around. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Young against Graham. Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. And I know you're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, when you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality, as a friend, you just miss that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call him an opponent and a friend. Tim Duncan, you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team, and same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against them and an honor to call them friends.
First one falls for him. Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
It stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Clint Capella. Solomon Hill comes in for Gallinari. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Williams in for Young.
Well, P.J. Washington defines what it means to be a modern big. I mean, the hybrid label has been turned into a positive.
It's stolen by Martin.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to one shot.
Hornets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Rozier. Williams with the steal. Goes up. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
This is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
And it's Rozier missing. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And the shot goes in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Rozier looking around. Chris, we've seen in the three-point contest, they've added a pair of deep shots worth extra points. You know, if the league decided for the All-Star game to test out a 4-point line, what would you think of that?
I'm not sure about the 4-point line yet. I think we'll always have time for that, but I don't think it's a need to rush for that. I think that until everyone can shoot like Curry or most guys can shoot like that. Let's just not change it because one or two guys can. When we look at offensive efficiency and other statistics, still a lot of ways that this game can be improved with the line where it is. I love the NBA welcoming innovation, but this is something that I think we're jumping ahead of the times.
Here's Bogdanovich, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Now, here's Rozier. Defense right on him. Over Okongwu. They get the rebound. Can't cash in from close range. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Here's Bogdanovich. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, he's a nice pay raise this summer for Bogdan Bogdanovic. I mean, wings of his skill level, highly valued in today's game.
And Bogdanovich coming off the largest rookie deal in terms of average annual value in NBA history, that 3-year, $27 million deal.
Well, after 5 years playing in the EuroLeague, he was able to negotiate that rookie deal with the Kings and not headed back to Europe anytime soon. No question, he's an NBA player.
Well, we know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agree?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
And he can't hit the second. The Hawks have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Outside Hill. Here's Reddish. The Hawks again can't hit.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Kicks to Monk. Passes it to Martin. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Hill with some nice D. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run here. Lets it go from deep. Here's Fernando. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The first free throw is good. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. Dishes it to Monk for the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Bogdanovich has got 4 rebounds in this game. But they get it back.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Martin inside. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That free throw missing. And he ends up missing both free throws. Greg, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Williams.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Over in the corner, Reddish. He's off on that one, and Charlotte will go the other way with it. And there's the pass to Martin. Will it go? Hill pulls it in.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay.
Bogdanovich wide open. Another three for Atlanta.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year.
Wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside, Martin. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Charlotte again missing. Atlanta's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Reddish. Goes back up. No good that time.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Outside, Williams. Bogdanovich against Martin. It's stolen by Monk to stop the drought, and then Monk with the dunk.
Stunning full-court effort by Monk. Steals the ball and just explodes up the court to put it in.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And it's blocked. Monk with the ball, working on Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. Chris Dunn's checked in for Bogdanovich. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Dunn kicks to Hill. Pass to Reddish. Hill inside. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And doing a really good job here of pounding it inside in the second half. Sound strategy with the lead.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Hill. Now here is Martin. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
Now, here's Monk. Dunn covering. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. And it's Martin missing. And so he'll bring it up for Atlanta. To the middle. Here's Fernando. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Charlotte's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Pass to Monk. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The first one falls. So he gets them both. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Trae Young.
His passes were crisp tonight. Pinpoint. So many easy buckets came off his assist.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Over to the wing. Here's Monk. It's hauled in by Dunn. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.